They're just about going to be topping records, hopefully soon. Excuse me? So thank you very much. Sorry for that. There was a shooting outside of the White House and seems to be very well under control. I'd like to thank the Secret Service for doing their always quick and very effective work. But there was an actual shooting, and somebody's been taken to the hospital. I don't know the condition of the person. It seems that the person was shot by Secret Service. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, did you have something?
Details about the shooting? Were they targeted?
No, there are no details. We just found out just now. It was outside of the White House, this area right over here. And they'll have details for you in a little while. Somebody is taken to the hospital. It seems that the shooting was done by law enforcement at that person, at the suspect. It was the suspect who was shot. And this just took place. A couple of people outside. I noticed a man named John Roberts, who you know very well.
Yes.
He reported that he heard shots. He was outside and he heard 2 shots.
Mr. President, was this
I had
a threat towards you, sir?
We don't know yet. We don't know. They're going to find
Do you
that
know
out.
if the individual said anything, sir, mentioned
don't
your
know that
name,
yet,
anything
no.
like that? And
We
you
don't
can
know that
confirm
yet.
It was the Secret Service that did shoot this
It
suspect?
seems to be, yeah.
It seems to
It
be.
seems-
Where were you taken, Mr. President? Were you taken to the bunker?
No, we're taking just out over to the Oval Office.
What did the Secret
What
Service
did
tell
they
you
tell
while
you
you
so
were
far?
outside of the room?
Just told me when he came up, you pretty much saw it like I did. He said, "Sir, could you please come with me?" So you were surprised. I was surprised also. I think it's probably pretty unusual, but very, very professional people. They do a fantastic job.
Well, Jeff Mason is the White House correspondent for Reuters, was in the briefing room. Can you just describe what you saw?
Sure, Anderson. Actually, right before the moment that you just played, my seat, the Reuters seat in the briefing room, was right across from the doors. And I looked over and saw that a Secret Service agent had locked the door, which is very unusual, obviously. And then shortly after that, you saw the agent come up, or a separate agent come up to the president and interrupt him. He had been briefing for all of maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and obviously seemed a little startled that the Secret Service agent would interrupt him while he's talking to journalists, and then walked out with him in the doors sort of right behind here. He went into the Oval Office, stayed for a few minutes, and then came back and continued the briefing. And at that point, he actually seemed to enjoy sort of the live drama of it, and told us what had happened, at least what he had been briefed on, that someone had been shot outside the White House grounds, but that person had been taken to the hospital.
I mean, it seems like there was a big response from security forces on the grounds at the White House. What is the protocol when something like this happens?
Well, number one, they sort of put everyone on lockdown, and so the reporters here had to stay inside the briefing room. Others inside the White House complex, I'm sure, would have had to stay where they were and were not allowed to leave. I didn't get a good look outside of what was happening, so I can't really tell you in terms of the response there. But I can tell you that the Secret Service issued a statement saying that there had been an officer-involved shooting at the corner of, or at Pennsylvania Avenue and 17th. That is roughly a block from where we are right here. The president, during the briefing, had said that that the shooting had occurred basically at the fence that goes around the complex of the White House. In any case, whether it was right at the fence or whether it was at that intersection, it was very close, and it was close enough to have the Secret Service concerned about the president's safety.
I should point out the Secret Service has just tweeted out that a Secret Service officer and a male suspect were both transferred to a local hospital. And they also went on to say that they said at no time was the White House complex briefed or was the president in danger.
In danger. And the president also made a point of saying that it had not been breached. But it nonetheless was pretty unusual that the Secret Service decided that they weren't comfortable with him remaining at the podium. And that must be a decision that you make in the middle of a situation that is moving very quickly and that is dangerous.
Yeah. And so was the press corps told to stay in the room?
Well, we weren't really told anything, but we weren't able to get out of the room because, as I said before, they locked the doors. And then your reporter's instinct, of course, is to look outside the windows, and my photographer colleagues were taking pictures outside the windows. There were some people outside already when this happened, and at least some of them heard the shooting and heard 1 or 2 gunshots, and were able to report on that.
Yeah, Jeff Mason, I appreciate it. Thanks very much, Jeff.